Hey everybody, what's going on? Welcome back, it's Jordan here. Today we're going to be improving the Lego studio. It's already pretty awesome, but it could be even better. There are parts everywhere. I was building up here the other day and I just dumped parts all over the counter here. There's parts in the drawers that are hanging open. There's parts in front of the drawer units. There's parts on the desk over here, and there's even more parts downstairs. Because of course we've been doing the majority of the building down here, so I've got these tables that are just full of sorted and unsorted parts, plus there's two more tables over here, there's a cart over there. It's been fun working down here on the Lego City because you have access to the Lego City, but I think it's time that we bring all of the parts and all of the building upstairs where it's supposed to be. In addition to getting those parts drawers from Walmart the other day, I also got two more of these big shelves. So what I want to do is build those and put those up against this wall so I can start to clean up this mess as well. Because eventually, where you are right now and where those tables were in front of the Lego City, I want that to be space for more city. So I've got to get all this stuff tidied up so we can work toward that goal. Now I want to start this journey up here because if I want to bring all that stuff from downstairs upstairs, I've got to make space for it. One of the most unused things here in the studio is this right here. I'm not talking about this table or this high-vis vest. I'm talking about the couch. I've got to relocate this couch, and in order to do that, I'm gonna have to move these shelves. So here's what this looks like right now. We've got 4 shelves there. Beside that, there's actually a gap with the air purifier, and that's beside the fridge. And then there is the couch right there that looks onto the TV that never gets used. There's a pretty big gap right there where I have my kids' play table, and there's a little coffee table as well. This area is not being used efficiently. It's time to change that. And here it is after. It's still a mess, but we're gonna fix that as well. But look at this, let's go everybody. This is awesome. It's wide open now. That angled couch was just taking up so much space. And you can still chill on the couch and actually prefer this couch positioning because honestly, I'm not here to watch TV. I'm here to work on the city and make videos and stuff. So I got the TV out of here. And now if you ever want to chill on the couch, you've got a nice view of the entire workspace up here. The shelves were all moved over so that awkward space where the air purifier was got filled in, and then all of this stuff got condensed, and that made space for the couch to go right there. We also added the 2 towers of parts right here. Those are ready to go. I found these in my garage. They're the mini ones. So I have more of these, which is good. We'll make these towers the same height as the larger drawer units and get that all consistent all the way along. And you know what? There's enough space for more towers. When I was at Walmart the other day, I bought those 6 pieces. But maybe I should have got some more because maybe we should stretch them along this whole span. So I should get enough to fill it in all the way along because then we just have like this epic sorted part stuff. And you know what? I still want to go down here and get this all fixed up as well. Eventually this is going to be all overflow stuff, and I still want to get more of these cabinets eventually just to clean this up, but it's just one thing at a time, right? One thing at a time for sure. So the next thing that I want to do is go through and reorganize all of these drawers. And I want to just make things the way that they used to be, but even better. So these drawers are still pretty organized despite them being dumped out on the counter here. I know, that's a problem. We'll fix that. But yeah, these drawers used to be in a certain order, and they still are in a really nice order, but I think it can be improved. For example, we have bricks over here, and then plates, and then tiles, then some miscellaneous stuff. Then we go into like all the 1x1s, like the cheese slopes and the bricks and the studs up top, and then all the different studs not on top stuff. So there's the snot bricks themselves, like the forward-facing stud stuff, and then there's brackets, and then there's all the slopes and curved slopes and printed stuff and circular elements and doors and vegetation and odd-shaped plate and miscellaneous drawers that haven't been sorted. So the system is good, it's there, but I just want to refine it a little bit more, and that's why I decided to get some additional units. And in order to make this better, well, we've got to shift everything. And as we do that, we're going to condense it and also reorganize it and bring up all the drawer units and everything that are downstairs and all of those other part bins that are downstairs, just to make sure that everything is in one place. Now everything is sorted. Well, not everything, but all the sorted Lego is sorted. On the far left here, the mini drawers, for the most part, these are all connectors. I need to get 2 more drawers and also a lid. My gosh, that is gonna drive me crazy. I'll have to get on that ASAP. Then we got the 1x brick, starting with color, and then we move into like the tans and browns, and also light gray, dark gray, black. And then 2x brick, you got some colorful stuff there, 2x2, 2x3, 2x4, 2x6, and then larger, and then some of the colors up here. I always go with like white, light gray, dark gray, and then black. But in this case, I use green because green is important when it comes to 2x brick. Moving into plates, got blue there, some of the neutrals and browns, and then some more color up top here. Then once again, white, light gray, dark gray, black, and everything is all sorted by part type, 1x, 2x. Got some more of the colorful plates up top here, and then this is all tiles, all sorted the same way. Some of the tile drawers were expanded. For example, the yellow and orange got an additional bin because it was literally overflowing and contaminating the ones around it, and that is a no-no. Then some of the random stuff, so like the circular tiles, the 1x1s, the studs, cones and cylinders, cheese slopes, exactly how I used to do it, but just a little bit more refined. We got some room for expansion in this drawer there. Then we got 1x2 plates. Snot tower, snot tower, I like that. The modified bricks with the forward-facing stud. There's 2 drawers of those. Expanded the brackets into 2 drawers. They used to be crammed into 1. I still need to handle the sort, but we've got some additional space here. What was happening is these ones were overflowing into the other ones and contaminating and ruining all the hard work that went into sorting. I consolidated a bunch of the slopes. There's the neutrals, colorful, more neutrals, and then dark gray, like mountain builders. Also some dark gray and light gray inverted ones in there. And there is a drawer here for expansion. I wanna reduce how many are in each of these. So maybe break out the colorful 1x2s and add more like olives and stuff. Because what happens is you go digging through here and then it's like, oh no, and then they go into the wrong bin and it just drives you crazy. Inverted slopes, I did the same thing. I actually gave them an expansion drawer. Just dumped this bin in there to represent that. Eventually I'll have to go through and fix all that. And curved slopes, I gave an expansion drawer to as well. Once again, just dump the larger ones in there to represent that. And then there are arches, which are right above the circular pieces. There's 2 different drawers of circular pieces. Then a lot of the miscellaneous stuff, like all these odd things, chairs and turntables and weird engine pieces and head elements. 1x1 plate, I should give these their own drawer and break them down by part color. That would be smart. Should probably do that. And then bring them over to probably this tower so they're with the 1x1 studs. Just haven't got around to doing that, but I've always wanted to do that, although there's not very many of them in that, so it's not hard to find the one you're looking for. This is all like flex tubing and bars, and then some more miscellaneous stuff, corner plates, grills, and room for expansion there. And then printed, I actually gave an additional drawer to as well. Specifically, I broke out the 2x4s and 2x3s, anything larger than 2x2, and put them in there. Then I put all the 1x1s in their own bin, and also all the 2x2 printed and sticker elements in their own bin. And there's another bin or drawer full of printed elements. So lots of those, and there's room for expansion, which is good. This is all windows and doors and glass elements, so you'll see all sorts of doors and windows and glass elements in there. An entire stack of 9 drawers dedicated to those. And then we've got some road stuff up top there, and then all the vegetation, so like flowers and anything that you can use to build different types of trees and vegetation, or even trails. And then there's some more glass that overflowed into that. But yeah, this can all be used to create really cool looking trees. Technic has been expanded as well. So I gave it an additional drawer and just dumped the lift arms in there to represent that right there. So that's all Technic, trans blue stuff, more trans blue stuff, some rock panels. Oh my gosh, I have way too many road plates. Whoa! And then this is all the odd shaped plate. There's a lot of it. I gave a lot of these expansion drawers as well, just because they were overflowing. But this is all odd shaped plate. I don't know what I'm gonna do with all this stuff. Some of them come in handy, but a lot of them don't. So I've got to deal with that. Also some stuff that needs to be sorted, or parts that really don't have a home. So either they're sorted by color or they just don't have a home. And these used to be individual drawers for each color, but now they all have 2 drawers, which is nice because when you're looking for that miscellaneous Dalmatian piece, you don't want to dig through this drawer that's overloaded. And those expand into this tower as well. So those have been given a lot more space. They're sort of useless drawers, but you go through there eventually. This is just like off-brand base plates that I've hacked up and chopped. And then we've got some green drawers just because why not? I need green plate. There it all is. And I moved all the minifigs and pre-builds over here. So this is all the pre-build stuff that can be integrated into a city or taken apart in the future. And then we've got torsos and legs, head decorations, and like weapons and heads, more accessories, minifig accessories, minifigures that could be placed in the city or auctioned off or put anywhere really. And then animals in there, and a couple of expansion drawers, train flexi track studs, more 2x4 brick. I've got a lot of it there. And down here, I gave another drawer to plates just for building mills plates, some neutral colors in there. I also cleaned up all my train tracks, so the train track is in there, all sorted by variety. And then all of these parts overflow into these units down here. So there's pretty much more of the same down here, just all sorted by part type and put into the bags. And there are 3 drawer units just like that, and those ones are all labeled. Hey, speaking of labels, what I'd like to do is just label each tower. So rather than labeling each drawer, I think that'll become a bit much. There'd be text everywhere. I think I would just label each tower, just put it right here, and just put plate and tile and miscellaneous. Snot, or whatever, modified bricks with the forward-facing studs, I would just call them stop bricks, brackets, and slopes, just to identify what is in each tower. However, once I go through here and sort and build things, you just learn where things are and you just memorize which parts go in which tower. But it would be nice to have some identification on these, specifically these ones. I need to get around to initiating my idea of just cutting 6x6 or 4x4 white plates, or just putting a 4x4 white plate on there with some Velcro tape and then just sticking each part, oh, this one's broken, sticking each part on that plate just to identify what connectors are within these drawers, because there are so many different varieties of connectors. Oh, that is a relief. Moving this couch, like look at all the space for activities in here. We can just run around. But you know what? We've got some tables downstairs and we're gonna bring those upstairs because they're officially empty and good to go. Yeah, like check that out. These tables are empty. There's no parts on them anymore. So good to be moved, good to be moved, good to be moved. Same with this cart right over here. And these 2 tables as well. As mentioned, I want to put some shelves on that wall there too to try and tidy this stuff up. And I was hoping that maybe I could move this wood, because for some reason I decided to lean that wood up against the mural. And every time I come down the stairs, I'm like, what is this wood doing here? It's really taken away from the look of that. Same with my robotic vacuum here, like that's gotta go. And I'll probably shuffle this air purifier down. I want this air purifier by the city because it helps keep the dust off the Lego. But then I've got a bunch of stuff back here that I'd like to get rid of as well. For example, this table is visible. The tools I've got to keep because I'll probably need them, so I got to keep them here. Same with the shop vac because it cleans up after the tools. But all of this wood here can probably be relocated as well, because when you're looking at the city, you can just see those like shims popping up into the background, and it doesn't look very good at all. So let's continue cleaning up. I found a box, and in that box was all of the Winter Village buildings. It's like, okay, let's unload that box and fill up some of this white table space. Eventually, all of these buildings are going to be part of a winter village, which will be up in the mountains with the ski slope below. And this mountain range is going to go through the center of the city, curve around this way, and turn into winter at the highest peak. I think that's going to be super cool. Well, why not get them all off the ground there and get them out of the box and clean up the mess a little bit. There's still a lot of white table space here. I probably should crack open all of my base plates and just lay them all and try and fill in this table space. I've just been like so distracted by cleaning up and working on the ocean and working on the train yard and the canal and other parts of the city, but eventually I'll try to do that. Speaking of the ocean, check it out. So this one I did the other day, it has the dark blue and black underlying plate. This one here has dark blue and black and regular blue, so you can see the blue spots. They're a little bit lighter. I think that looks pretty cool, and we're gonna run with that for the deep blue sea. Am I gonna rip this one apart? No, I'm not. To add a little bit of regular blue, I don't think so. Just place a boat there and you won't even know. But eventually we'll get all of that done. Check this out. Oh, this is awesome. Those tables are gone. All the parts are gone. The mess is just gone. Look at that. So much space for activities down here. It just looks so much better. It's much more presentable. I love it. Plus, with that wood gone, no longer leaning up against the mural, that's amazing. Also, the mansion, it was on the ground. It has been reassembled and put on this table. I hesitate because it's not perfectly reassembled. I don't know what I'm going to do with this mansion. I don't know if it's going to be its own diorama. The reality is it is huge. It's way out of scale with the city. So I don't really know what we're going to do with it. But we threw it back together and we put it right here so you can actually take a look at it. It's no longer on the ground. In fact, nothing's on the ground. Those shelves just helped solve that problem. So we've got all this stuff on the shelves. And eventually, most of this stuff is going to be worked into the Lego city. It's just minifigures and vehicles and things that come later, like all the different stuff for the train yard, a whole bunch of vegetation, a whole bunch of 501st walkers, deep sea stuff, just things that need to be slowly integrated into the city once it becomes a little bit more complete. With all the open space, I decided to spread out some of the art. Look at that. The art, it's not hung yet. I've got to do that yet. I know. I've been procrastinating on the art front, but maybe this is the kick in the behind that I needed here. So I got the Captain America shield from Bricker Builds there beside the Hogwarts crest, and then the three tall ones. You got Darth Vader, the Dark Knight, and also Elvis. There's Mickey and Minnie right over here, along with the world map between the two rooms there, and then these stacks of smaller art pieces. You got all the Sith, the Oilers, some of the Iron Man ones, some of the DC ones like Jim Lee, and then, hey, it's me. And there's also Spider-Man around the corner and another one of the large ones. So there we go. This space is looking much better. I'm so happy that all those parts and tables are gone and it's all been consolidated up top here. So I actually had those long black tables. I decided to take one apart, and then the one that had the wheels is actually underneath the Lego City. It actually fits under there, which is all by design, I tell ya. And here we go. We got a couple tables up here. One's a sit stand up, so we can plug that in and we can build standing or sitting. And then we got another one on wheels. And if I need to bring some of the larger tables up here while building larger mocks, then I can definitely do that. Eventually, I'm probably going to get a sit-stand desk for my computer desk, and that one's one of the wider tables, and it's not as long as those other ones, so I can stick some of the wheels on that one, and it'll be a great build table. Look, I was just eating some lunch. I forgot to clean up my mess. It's Mickey Mouse. What a great day it has been, though. Wow, this area looks incredible. So happy with that. And even happier, I would say, with down here. That is amazing. I know I've got a massive backlog and a ton of stuff that I could be doing in the Lego City. So why would I spend my day doing this? But I just think that this type of stuff is required. I need a nice, clean workplace. It just makes things more efficient, and it makes you happier to be here. Not that I'm not happy to be here. I'm thrilled to be here, of course, but why not improve things if you have the ability to do that? And I knew that the area down here was going to be temporary. Like, it wasn't always going to be like this. Eventually, that mess was going to be gone so that we could do some expansion tables for the city. Are the expansion tables going to happen right away? Probably not, just because we got so much to do in this place here. But everybody, I hope you enjoyed this vlog. Please remember to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for some more great stuff coming out in the near future. And oh man, am I excited about these changes. Farewell.